If you don't have a plan for your life, life will have a plan for you. If you don't have a plan for your life, life will have a plan for you. Mr. Cage, please like, share, and subscribe. Let's talk about today's thought. I graduated from high school in 1998, and I didn't have a plan for my life. I was 18 years of age, and without having a plan, I lived by default, not design. What does that mean? Well, it's a principle that was shared with me from my mentor. And design is a strategic effort, an idea possibly written out, and an idea walked out. Now, this is the catch that I will share with you. It's okay to have an idea, but an idea is not a plan, because an idea is in my mind, in my head. I can articulate that idea to you, but you can't see the idea walked out, and you won't be able to hold me accountable for something that's in my mind. Now, if I speak it, you may be able to hold me accountable, but the best practice is to have that idea written out to be executed, because an idea without application and an idea without execution is just an idea. But back to the matter at hand. When I graduated, I didn't have a plan for my life. So life had a plan for me, and that plan equated to living by default. Now, what does default look like? Default looks like status quo. Default looks like average. Default looks like doing what everybody else is doing. Default looks like going with the flow of life instead of having that idea written out into a plan and executing the flow or creating the flow. Now, there is times that we're gonna go up the flow of life because we don't want to be like super restricted, but we don't want to subject ourselves to other people's ideas, imaginations, emotions, or opinion. So whatever phase that we find ourselves in of life, it is important, as I always say, it is importante to have a plan, an idea written out, whether it's in hard copy form, whether it's in electronic form, an idea that can be shared with someone else to hold you accountable, to hold your feet to the fire, to execute that plan. If not, procrastination will set in, and we will come into agreement with being average. We'll come into agreement with being status quo. We'll come into agreement with just going with the flow. My story is probably the same, but the end result was about maybe 5 to 7 years of wasted time, because I went with everybody else's plan and I didn't have a plan of my own. Mr. Cage, thought of the day. Make sure you have a plan. Like, share, subscribe.